It's the truth, even the future, you know.
Weed is not a pathway to syrup.
Bro, yes it is.
Weed is to clear up glaucoma.
I'm telling you, not in these kids. It is a high. Every time I see them, I drug test them.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah.
But not for weed, though.
Why? My son ain't finna be smoking no motherfucking weed at 15.
Hold on, Boosie.
You turning into me.
Boosie.
Oh, you me now. No.
You not letting your kids smoke weed at 15?
Fuck no. Hell no.
Weed is a natural herb.
Well, you don't know about how Boosie raised his household.
Okay, I think people will be surprised.
I'm a Southern Baptist. My grandpa was a preacher.
Wait, Boosie
now
Badass.
When you're 18.
Boosie Badass is not a Southern Baptist preacher. Wait, you serious you don't let your kids smoke weed?
No,
at 15? Boosie, you was smoking weed at 15?
It doesn't
14?
matter. My father was gone. My father died when I was 14.
Wait, Zach, hold on, Zach.
I had excuses.
Right.
You have a mother and a father.
Right.
And the object to raise your children, you not gonna be what I was. And that's the first step. You smoke weed, then you go on sip serve, then you gonna get the ecstasy.
Smoking weed is...
Y'all hear this fruity booty ass nigga Jason Lee? So you got Jason Lee out here arguing with Boosie on why this grown-ass man don't allow his children to smoke weed underage. He over here arguing with him. This nigga takes dick but arguing with a nigga on why Boosie should let his kids blaze. This is wild to me. I can promise you Jason Lee ain't got no damn kids. And he had the excuse of, you did it. This what we doing? Because you did something when you was 15, 16, you should let your kids do it. Because you was out here gang banging at 16, you should let your son gang bang. Because you was out here selling dope at 16, you should let your kids sell dope. Because you was out here shooting up the neighborhood at 16, you should let your kids shoot it up. That's female logic. Because, women be the first one to tell you, my mama was a single mama, and so ain't nothing wrong with it. She raised me well. When we see the statistics on single motherhood, right? Are all single mothers bad? No. Do all single mothers raise their kids to go to jail? No. Do all single mothers raise hoes? No. There are a lot of great single moms out there. But that's not ideal. The majority of young black boys in jail now for the things they're in jail now came out of single mother-led homes. So just because you did something and it worked out for you doesn't mean you're going to be okay with your child doing that. You got a whole gangster making more sense than a civilian. A fruity booty nigga out here talking about, why don't you let your kids smoke? Like, how is this even an argument at this point? What's up with Jason Lee on this? Boosie, you are a bad parent because you won't allow your underage kids to smoke weed. You wrong. You see how these niggas be moving out here, man? What do you expect from a nigga to take D? They mind is backwards out here. What's up is down. What's left is right. What's wrong is right. What's right is wrong. The nerve of this nigga, man. I feel disrespected. That's not even a conversation to have. Now, you got some parents out there who don't give a damn. They'll let their kids do whatever, smoke weed and do whatever they want to do. That's on them. I believe it's still wrong. I believe it's against the law, right? Your ass can go to jail, right? If you can go to jail for buying underage kids cigarettes, you damn sure can go to jail for allowing your underage kids to smoke weed. Matter of fact, if your ass get caught toking with your kid, CPS might get involved. Jason Lee don't understand this. I'm gonna need people with no kids to shut the fuck up when it comes to how people parent their damn kids. How about that? Especially when you making no sense. This man gotta sit there and go back and forth with Jason Lee on why he don't allow his kids to blaze. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause Boosie's a street nigga, so he should just let his kids be doing anything out here. This is what they think. When in reality, you got a lot of brothers who used to run the streets who don't raise their kids in that way, right? Ain't like a lot of these mamas. Mama had a kid at 16, daughter had a kid at 16. Mama was out here chasing thugs, daughter's out here chasing thugs. Mama was out here, how? Daughter's out here, how? Mama out here doing whatever she doing, daughter out here doing whatever she doing. Because it's okay because I did it. That don't even make no sense, Jason Lee. You's a grown man. You are an adult. This is common sense. A parent should never be okay with their underage kids using drugs. You forgot that's drugs. That's a drug. Have they not been saying tree is the gateway drug? And last time I checked, right, you got to be 21 to tote. Weed is legal in Maryland now. All the brothers, they was locking up back in the day for moving tree. Nigga, they was locking niggas up for seeds back in the day. That's when Reggie was popping, right? They was locking brothers up for a bud, a roach. Now it's legal, I believe, in Maryland. You can have up to an ounce on you or whatever, right? DC became legal first, then Maryland. Then I believe Virginia, you know what I'm saying, it's the DMV. I believe DC being legal, you know, had a lot to do with Maryland also going legal because it's like DC's wrapped around by Maryland, right? So it's like, I mean, what you gonna do? You DC tags in Maryland, you get caught up with the tree. So it was kind of tough to really, you know, enforce that, right? When DC's so close to Maryland, so it's legal now in Maryland, but just because it's legal don't mean children are allowed to do it. Last time I checked, drinking alcohol is legal. Can your 15-year-old go to the beer store and get some beer, get some alcohol? You should be all right with it because they're legal. I was drinking at 15. What type of stupid logic is this, man? What type of dumb logic is this? You did it at 15. Why can't your son do it or your daughter do it at 15? Man, look, shout out to Boosie on that, man. I can respect it, man. Just because you went down a certain road doesn't mean you should be okay with your kid going down that same road, right? You got a lot of brothers who sold drugs, gang bang, lived the street life, who refuse to want that for their kids. Why? Because they understand the consequences that comes with that lifestyle. Because they understand where that lifestyle will lead you. Because they was in that cell. Because they was in 23 and 1. Because they had to do that time and they do not want that for their children. Right? It makes perfect sense to me. It makes perfect sense to me for a parent to not want their child to do something that they did because they understand it was wrong, right? Just because your parents let you to do whatever don't mean you get older and let your kids do the same thing, man. So, hey, I agree with Boosie on that. You got some people calling out Boosie like, oh, you out here on Jason Lee's show. Y'all know Jason Lee's the owner of Hollywood on Lock or whatever, Fruity Booty nigga or whatever. And y'all know Boosie stands on that lifestyle or whatever, right? So you got people trying to call him out like, why you on his show? I mean, because the man don't agree with his lifestyle means he can't talk to him? Let me get this straight. Because I disagree with somebody's lifestyle, that means I can't address him. I can't speak to him. I don't agree with that. Because if you go out to a restaurant and it happens to be a Fruity Booty waiter, all of a sudden you're going to be what? I don't want this waiter. I ain't eating at this restaurant. It ain't that deep for me. And now you don't keep that fruity booty shit over there. I don't agree with it. I ain't with it. But I believe people should be treated with respect. You know what I'm saying? People are human beings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disrespect somebody because of their lifestyle. I'm not going to be out here not wanting to get served by somebody because of their lifestyle. I mean, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, if Jason Lee wants to conduct business with Boosie, his business, you know what I'm saying? Jason Lee ain't have no problem bringing Boosie on after Boosie spoke on his community the way he speaks on it. So why would Boosie have a problem with going on Jason Lee's show and getting the check? As long as you don't play with a nigga, hey, it's all good. But I'm going to need everybody trying to defend that situation to shut the hell up. You don't make no sense. And I believe your ass shouldn't be a parent if that don't make no sense to you. That's common sense. The hell is wrong with you? Yo, you don't let your kids smoke weed. What's wrong with weed? It's just weed. It's just weed. Last time I checked, nigga, you can still go to jail for driving under the influence of tree. Even though weed is legal in Maryland and in different places like that, you cannot be driving under the influence, right? You can still get in trouble for that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you had Jason Lee going back and forth. At first, when I had seen the joint, right, I thought before I even seen the whole video and I just seen the joint, I thought it would have been the opposite way around with Jason Lee going back and forth with Boosie on why Boosie shouldn't be letting his underage kids blaze, right? I would have disagreed with Boosie. I would have been like, Boosie, well, I don't agree with that. I don't believe you should allow your kids to do that. I don't believe you should condone that. When they turn 18, if they want to move that way, if that's what they want to do, then that's on them. More power to them, you know what I'm saying? And I still might have a problem with that, nigga, because you ain't 21, nigga. You ain't doing it around me, nigga. Holla at me when you 21, right? Or 20, about to be 21 or something. That's what I thought. I thought it would have been Boosie, the one out here doing the most, because, you know, he supposed to be the street nigga, woo-woo and all that. When it was Jason Lee, the one arguing with a so-called gangster about not letting his underage kids blaze, like something was wrong with Boosie. He really looked at that nigga crazy. A nigga that take dick look at a nigga crazy who said, nah, man, I don't do that. I raise my kids different. Nah, don't get it messed up. We don't do all that over here. I believe Boosie's daughter is gay or whatever, and Boosie like, he ain't having none of that in his house, then you ain't doing all that in here. I don't support all that. As a man, you have the right to raise your kids the way you want to raise them, especially if it's the right way or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge no nigga on what he do to what, or what he did to how he's raising his kids. See, that's the problem with a lot of these joints out here raising kids by themselves, right? Like these single mothers, they think people are calling them out just because they are a single mother raising a kid by themselves, when that's far from the truth. If black men were 78% single dads and the little niggas and the young girls was running around doing what they doing now, and black men was out here promoting it, promoting the gay agenda, promoting everything. Black men was out here being easily influenced and things like that. I'll be calling them out too. Like, nigga, what you want, right? It's not about what you did coming up. Everybody makes mistakes. It's about how you raise the next generation and what you install in them. Just because you was out here a hoe and a stripper don't mean you should be out here okay with your daughter being a hoe and a stripper. Just because you was a baby mama don't mean you should be okay with your daughter being a baby mama and not a wife before she have a kid. Just because you was out here being a gangbanger, a gangster, a drug dealer doesn't mean you should be okay with your child being a gangster or a drug dealer. Just because you was drinking and smoking and parlaying at 15, 16 doesn't mean you should be okay with your daughter or son parlaying and doing drugs at 15, 16. I don't see how Jason Lee can't understand this. It is what it is. I'm out.